Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is No Matrix, No Simping, all subject channel. So I want to talk about Milwaukee. For the people that are no longer here, for the people that thinking about coming here, for the people who are curious. First of all, let me tell you about the Midwest in general. The Midwest is cold. It's already, in my car, it's at 46 degrees. If you like the cold, you'll love Milwaukee. I don't. When I was a kid, hanging out with my friends and stuff, it was fine. Now as an older man, I can't stand it. And I'm telling you, I done had temper tantrums like a kid. I get sick of this, man. I don't like the cold. I don't like snow and ice. For me, that's top 3 reasons why I will not be in Milwaukee much longer. Another reason is a lot of these guys people can be a complete, utter failure, not doing anything in their life, no goals, and people still like them, still respect them. You know, I ain't telling you to disrespect people, but I'm telling you who you respect, it should be have a premise, should be based on things. A lot of these guys are thuggish haters. You can't have too much around them. They sitting around watching men and what they got, ready to rob. They hang in packs to cause trouble. A lot of, I would say, the good to bad ratio in people in Milwaukee is probably 55-45. 55 good, 45 bad. But here's the issue. The 45, you're going to see them no matter where you go. You have to literally go way out in the suburb not to see them. And the smart people, that's what they do. So you won't get no argument. You won't get no fight. You could get in a car crash. It could still happen, but it's less likely. Because this is where all the reckless drivers is. Over on the side of town where all of us melanated ones is. There's a lot of crime. People will shoot you over the slightest thing. And you got to watch out when you go into ATMs. You don't go to ATMs in the urbanized areas. You go to ATMs in the suburbs if it's dark like this. And a couple people have died trying to do otherwise. You got to be careful even waiting on a bus stop. See, that's what I loved about Arlington, man. Those guys were not soft, but they didn't always bother people, though. They weren't soft at all. But they weren't, every time you look up, trying to prove they're a thug, they're a goon. Like Milwaukee and Chicago and other cities. I heard you can't even sit in the car in Chicago. That is crazy. You gotta be careful even crossing the street. Like in Milwaukee, one of the cons about Milwaukee is everything is a challenge. Almost everything is a challenge. Whether it's crossing the street, whether it's getting gas in your car, you don't know what's going on. You're liable to be in the middle of a shootout or something. Dudes are trying to talk to your girl right in front of you. Just a bunch of complete, utter nonsense. But we got good food, though. That's one of the pros. We got good food. We got sporting events, decent. We got a really nice casino in Potawatomi. They upgrading it all the time. Even Mike Epps was down there. I mean, they built Milwaukee up. But the problem is they need to do something about the criminals. They need a couple examples to show these dudes, you're not finna just keep getting out. You want to keep playing, we're going to put you away longer and longer each time. That's how they need to do it. So again, Milwaukee ain't, another thing about Milwaukee, is not the most friendly place either. It ain't. You know, most people, they friends is people from work and people they grew up with. But a lot of times it's not both. Like, either people are still friends with the people they grew up with, or they friends with the people at work. But usually it's not both. It's not a mixture of the guys they grew up with hanging with their friends from work. People ain't that friendly. So, anytime you see a bunch of foreigners owning everything, you know something is wrong with the black people in that city. Now, of course, anywhere you go, you're going to see some. But when you see them own it, like I was telling y'all earlier, like practically whole city blocks, no black businesses or very little. Whole city blocks. I went from one block to another, and it probably was 3, maybe 2 white and 3 black businesses on those 2 blocks. Churches, people be acting fake. Hallelujah, brother. And then you don't see them out of church. You don't hang with them. Pastors, once they get their money out the offering plate, it's you ain't gonna see them. I'm letting you know that. On top of, like I said, it being cold, icy. Then people had a nerve not to be driving right. They'll cause you to skid out because they not driving right for the weather conditions. But the summers here, oh my, lovely. What messes them up though is these dudes don't know how to act. They were better, the summers here were better in the 90s though. I mean, there were women everywhere, all up and down the street, walking, sundresses, all down, glitter. Now, they still out, but it's, bro, or that little weird, awkward look. Acting awkward. Not respecting their elders. That's another thing. The number of the young people who respect their elders is low. These dudes here be killing old homeless guys to catch bodies. Drug addicts to catch bodies. Shooting them for nothing. These dudes think they like it's a diploma or certificate to go to jail here in Milwaukee. That's why our jails pay $30 now. Even the kids working in DT, $30. $30. You can make $30 an hour working for Milwaukee County. Because they're going to stay in there. They're going to stay in there. As far as houses and cars and stuff like that, to me, yeah, you got a decent paying job. It's not the easiest to get. It's not the hardest to get. I thought it was easier in Texas if you had a job to get stuff. You know, Here, going to college don't guarantee you nothing. Like, the white people are indifferent and racist, the majority of them. You see some, like where I was just at. Love that dude, man. Excellent guy. Solid. Not racist at all. And it's not all of them. Percentage-wise, if I had to predict how many I think is racist and indifferent, think they better than black people and who don't, 70-30. 70-30. 30% being cool, being reasonable. The other 70, even how they look at you, they look at you like they own the world. So that's another thing you have to think about. But don't think you're going to escape that in the South. The South, what I liked about the white people in Texas is they didn't leave the park when you came. Like, they was more comfortable around us. Just sometimes they revert back and forth thinking we still in slavery time. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to y'all about Milwaukee, man. And be careful. If anywhere, I don't even have to be there. Milwaukee, St. Louis, anywhere in this Midwest. If you got money, limit your time in the hood. Limit your dealings with hood people. Don't tell them none of your business. Financially, especially. Stay out in the suburbs, man. Chicago, the suburbs, Milwaukee, the suburbs. Anywhere you go, the suburbs go. Like, even like Hammond, I've been to Hammond, Indiana. Excellent. I don't know about now. That was a long time ago. But I thought it was a solid place. Hope this helps, man. This how you need to do people to say everywhere is the same, though.